All right. This is day one of getting ready for Hot Rod Drag Week 2025. This car has not been on the road legally since 2013, 2014, maybe at the latest. I just moved a bunch of stuff away from it because any good barn car has stuff piled on top, including raccoon poop. So yeah, we're gonna open up this time capsule and make sure there's not rodents that have eaten all my wires away or my interior. And last time I parked it, it had coolant coming out of the exhaust. So it either has a cracked cylinder, a bad head gasket, cracked cylinder head, or at this point the motor's just toast. So either way, it's day one. Keep in mind, today is February, what is it? Today's the 19th. Registration for Hot Rod Drag Week is the 22nd. I just insured it this afternoon. Tomorrow I'm going to go register it, and then we have till September to get it ready to drive to the first stop in Maryland, do our test and tune, and then try to make it through the whole event with a car that hasn't moved in almost 10 years. All right, let's see what we're working with. All right, so I'm just gonna try to capture all this poop, Mike, as much as I can, so it doesn't go in.
I would just push it to the back and to the over the car.
I'm just trying to get the. I'm gonna try to get the whole cover.
If you can get the cover over the bumper.
It's caught on something, right?
Probably more poop.
Big chunk of steel. Oh no! It's wedged in there.
How about just leaving the cover there and we're gonna take the car out? Oh, you got it.
Oh.
Don't scratch it.
I'm trying not to. Especially since I gotta send pictures to the insurance company. Let's leave that there for now. We might have to get a jack underneath here somehow to pull the rear axle out. Oh! Yeah, so I know the engine has coolant in it. The last I remember, I think I blew the clutch trying to drift around the driveway. So it's going to need a clutch.
On top of that, how are you going to get in the car? Because the door handles are shaved. You going through the trunk?
I don't know yet. We're going to take this one step at a time.
I was just thinking that we got to get the hood open.
Yeah, well, I think I can get the hood open from here because, well, nothing's really bolted on.
Weren't we supposed to put a safety in those doors in case we had no electric? We just never did because we always had electric in the back window.
I think for the event, I'm going to put those other set of doors I have that have door handles. You know? Just, I feel like NHRA rules probably say something against, like, shaved door handles.
Not being able to get out of the car if somebody can't open them. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, just for safety.
Oh, this feels disconnected. Oh, I almost got my hand in there. It feels like the cable is disconnected. There's an intercooler in the way. Oh, wait.
I think it's in gear or neutral.
Oh, who knows where it is?
Many years ago.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, I haven't seen this in like 15 years.
Let's see what this looks like still.
I'll tell
What's
you
that?
what.
Was that? Is that somebody in there?
Yes, that was a mouse living in there. Hope we didn't need those wires. Still
I just didn't
good.
need those wires.
Listen.
Hold on.
Why does that blow up? Why does the supercharger look so small now?
Oh no.
Gonna fit this with an LS. This is top of the line back in the day. A lot of
that's just poop. Yeah, that's just poop. Well, the 6-liter LS is sitting over there.
It's in the pile.
That's worst case scenario is we might be LS swapping this.
Well, originally that's what we were going to do anyway, but this motor had a lot of work.
I had to change the battery because the one that was in there, by no surprise, didn't take a charge. So I've got a deep cycle battery there. I got the battery charger on. I just put maybe about 3 gallons of fuel in. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Got neutral. I hear the fuel pump, though it sounds a little funny. We got oil pressure. That's good. I see wires, though nothing looks chewed. Mike, give her some gas. Hold the throttle open a little if you can.
Okay. There you go. Got some major clanking up here.
That's the supercharger. It does it when it's cold. All right. Maybe we should throw a little ether in it and see what it does. All right. All right, guys. Today's problem, like you saw from the video last night, trying to start the car, I realized the fuel pump sounded funny. It's been a couple years since I heard this thing run, but I know this external fuel pump is pretty loud. And it sounded like it was freewheeling. It didn't really sound like it was pumping any fuel. Sure enough, I checked the fuel rail, and I didn't have any fuel pressure at the fuel rail. So, I've just about always had issues with this fuel tank since I put the sump in it. At some point in this car's history, I did one of those Eastwood tank coatings, and let me tell you, it was the worst thing I could have possibly done. Mostly because fuel these days, ethanol, just delaminated all of it from inside of the tank, and then it always gets clogged into this filter, if you're lucky. And then what happens is it starves the pump of fuel, and then the pump burns out, and these pumps aren't cheap. So I think before we actually take this thing on the journey for Dragweek, we're going to have to address the fuel tank issue. But for now, I'm going to open up this fuel filter, take apart the fuel pump, inspect everything, make sure that it's not rusted or damaged in that kind of way, at least so I can get it from in the tent next door to in the shop and on the lift so we can better work on this thing. So let me take it apart and see what it looks like. Well, this isn't good. Besides the fact that when I took it out, a bunch of varnish came out of here. It looks like we're going to be replacing the fuel pump here. Because this is no good for anything. Good thing this stuff good thing the car didn't have fuel pressure. Otherwise, all this crap would have been in all my injectors. So, you know, looking at the fuel filter here, it's a little dirty, but not bad. It seems mostly just everything settled into the pump and just corroded up the pump. I mean, this is gnarly. All right, I guess first thing we're going to do is we're going to order a new fuel pump. Just wanted to show you guys, I found this little guy in the fuel pump. He was at the very bottom by the pickup screen on the fuel pump side, strange enough. I don't know how he got in there. Very weird. Maybe that's why the fuel pump didn't work at all. He was the saboteur. Alright guys, I got the pump that was in the car roughly working. I don't want to say rebuilt and I don't want to say fixed because it was so badly corroded that the rotary vane rollers are really badly pitted. The outer aluminum case had corrosion which has a hole through it. So I have it on the car so I can get it out of here. But I don't really have great access underneath the car right now. So I'm going to just try to get it out of here so I can get it into the shop. But it is leaking. It does have a pretty good drip. So I don't know if it's going to fire up. I don't know how it's going to run. But I'm going to try to start this thing again. And we'll see if I can't get this thing to fire up now. So let's see what we're working with. All right, here goes nothing. Let's turn the key on and see what we sound like. That's a good sound. All right. Come on, baby. You could do it. Come on. Nothing, not even a cough. All right, let's give her a little ether help. All right, just sprayed a little ether in there. Yeah, let's see what we're. Oh, yeah, that's a good leak. All right. I did smell coolant as well. Let's see. Let's see if we get anything now. How about now? Oh, ooh. Ah. So we got a little tease. I thought it would go, guys. All right. Let me check a few things under the hood again. Okay, guys. As you can see, we got it out. My father-in-law, who's riding along with me for this journey, we have to teach him how to film some YouTube. Apparently he was filming with his phone, wasn't filming anything. So unfortunately you guys didn't actually see it coming out, but what we did was we used a chemical sprayer, and cousin Mike here, also known as Super Tech Mike, was spraying some fuel into the intake and keeping it running so we can get it out of the tent. So now it's on the driveway. We can actually start assessing and making lists of what we need. But yeah, it's running terribly. It did manage to stay running, which I was surprised about, because I think that fuel pump is making all of about 15, maybe 20 psi. So that's not enough to run those injectors. It's cleaning up okay. Mike's right now trying to clean up all the cat/raccoon poop that's been accumulated in it. We'll clean the engine off a little better. Before I put it in storage, I sprayed everything with silicone spray as best I could. And I've got all the rest of the body parts. They're all in my basement. But I basically need to get this thing onto the lift here so that we can give this thing a real once over. But yeah, here's the latest update, guys.